All right, so let's look at the ESP32 microcontroller itself and what it is capable of. So I added unfairly the Arduino Uno as a reference. Now let me tell you a bit about the Arduino Uno. This is probably the board that made microcontrollers popular to hobbyists. And the board, although very nice for its time, the IDE, the environment where you program in, is what made it so popular because it became quite easy to program. In fact, even the ESP32s can be programmed from the Arduino IDE. So it's a great thanks to the Arduino guys. But newer things arrived like the ESP32 S3 here to the left, and prices dropped extremely for the ESP, for instance, that for a little bit more you can get an ESP that does 10 times what an Arduino Uno can do, if not more. Plus it supports Bluetooth, Wi-Fi and so forth. So just when you buy yourself a microcontroller, all right, here's the four things that's important. First of all, it's the speed. How fast is it? How a microcontroller works is it starts reading the code from the top, go all the way down, and then starts from the top again. So it is looping code. It can do that, of course, 100 times in a second, depending on the code. But the faster the microcontroller, the quicker it is, the more often it can read, for instance, sensor readings and so forth. Next, we have the memory on it. For instance, there's different types of memories on microcontroller. One of them is the memory where you store your code in. And the more memory you can store, the bigger your program can be, right? Then we have I/O pins. The more I/O pins, the better. So that's your input-output pins. Input meaning it's for stuff like sensors sending data into your microcontroller, and output is when volts and so forth is sent out from your microcontroller, maybe to a motor speed controller. And then you have to look at the additional functionality. For instance, an ESP do come with Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, pure digital sound that you can directly connect, for example, to an amplifier, stream music from a music streaming platform, and things like that. And then lastly, let me just compare. Like I said, it is unfairly because the Arduino Uno is like 10 years old, where the ESP32 S3 has been in circulation maybe for the last year or so. But why I'm doing this comparison is so you can see how impressive the ESP is compared to a Arduino Uno that is still used today for some reason by hobbyists. We still sell a lot of them, believe it or not, and the price difference is about 20-30 rand. So the first thing is the Uno comes with 16 megahertz of speed, while the ESP has 240 megahertz. So it's about 15 times faster, but even more impressively is it's got dual cores. It comes with 2 cores. And mostly how this is used is you put your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth on one core, rest of your program on another core, so that the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi is not slowing your code down. RAM from 2 kilobyte to 8 megabyte. That's or 400 times more RAM. So your programs can be massive. That's why we, for instance, and you'll do it in this tier, we can create a whole web server on there, create web pages on there, and you can then connect via your Wi-Fi from a web browser to the web server on your ESP. On there you can host things like, do I have a picture of that? I want to go back. This, for instance, is a web page on the ESP32. So you can see there you have a day-night sensor, even showing you a little sun to show it's daytime. There's a potentiometer you can turn. It works like a ref counter. And you can turn things on and off. And that's something you're going to do in this tier. So you have enough space to create web pages. That is a one pager, but you can create 5, 6, 10 pages where data is read straight from the microcontroller in real time, displaying it on your browser when you connect to it. And you can also switch things on and off by simply clicking a button, and it also happens immediately. You can do sliders to make maybe dim lights or to control the speed of a motor and so on. I/O wireless, yes. ESP do have the wireless and the Bluetooth. Arduino don't. I/O pins, 14 for Arduino and 45 for the ESP32. That's a lot of pins. Input stuff into the microcontroller and output stuff going out from the microcontroller pins, I/O pins. Does it support audio? Arduino to an extent, in the sense that you can connect a pin to a buzzer and it can buzz faster, slower. You can change the pitch and you can do basic melodies, maybe like happy birthday and so forth. The ESP, however, comes with I2S, which is specifically for sound generation, and you can connect an I2S to an amplifier and have crystal clear sound. Then you can connect USB, you can connect cameras to an ESP, a mouse even if you want, and so forth. So that's it for the ESP. We're going to look later on at its AI capabilities, because it's got vector AI built in to make your AI intelligence go faster. This is something that we're going to do in tier 3, because remember, tier 1 and 2 is generative AI, meaning we generate things, images, code, websites. We generate plans, marketing plans, and so forth. The next 2 tiers is all about making your projects intelligent, and that's called predictive AI. So your AI can predict what is coming next, making it intelligent. And that's it. I hope you start thinking with microcontrollers in your projects. Think how you can enhance current projects by implementing, as an example, the ESP32 S3 microcontroller. You'll soon start realizing that it becomes crucial these days, especially if you're going to program for businesses. They need eyes, ears, and sensing in the environment, even if it's just counting walk in customers in a shop, or opening gates, or to timesheets according to facial recognition. Uh, Take a little while and think how you can incorporate microcontrollers into your uh, projects, and how it can put everything on a next level for you. I thank you. Have a great day. Bye.